Well, welcome back, guys, to another uh, stream, I guess you could say. Trying to find my gallery real quick. Sorry. And what we're going to be talking about today is this notorious thing right here, the loot box. Now, this has been around, and a pay to get on top or pay to win system has been around since 2004 with a Japanese game. So that was a long time ago. That was a year before even I was born. But we have this system now where you buy with real money these credits and games to play or to get um, skins and weapons. Now, what I have on screen here is a Battlefield 1 loot crate, loot box, whatever you want to call it. This is just one example of the entire thing. EA, I love EA. I love Battlefield 1, except for Battlefield 5. But they are notorious for the pay to win system, along with the whole DLCs costing $15 type thing, which I'll discuss in another video or live stream. I'm gonna be doing this every Wednesday, this type of video. So I hope you guys really do enjoy them. I'm gonna turn on the comments real quick so I can see. Um, this has become, in my opinion, ridiculous. Um, and the first game that I can remember having this was Grand Theft Auto 5. It was probably, and Black Ops 1 probably had it before Battlefield, or no, Grand Theft Auto 5. Because I think that one came out a lot. Yeah, it did. But this has become honestly ridiculous, especially considering especially with Black Ops 1, where the maps are. In Black Ops 1, you had, I want to say, 4 maps. Black Ops 2, you had 3. Then in Black Ops 3, we had 1. One map. It was a good map, but one. But in Black Ops 1, you had the Kino der Toten and all that. You still had there were still other maps you could pay to get, but at least you still had more than just one option. But in my opinion, it's kind of starting getting out of hand. With the upcoming of Battlefield 5, I'm hoping they ditch the whole loot crate thing, or make it easier for people to earn them, especially that play the game a lot and don't want to be getting a loot crate or something like that every level they progress. Because in the beginning, you're going to get many of them, so it's easy to rank up. But once you get to the higher levels, it becomes harder. And you start needing those so you can get a better and bigger weapon, or a cooler skin or something like that. There were Battlefield 1, I know in particular, didn't release with a battle pack or anything. It was just straight nothing. That was amazing. And the next thing they did was add them. So they had people talking about this, like, oh, there's not gonna be these battle packs, or there's not gonna be this, and then they added them. It's ridiculous, quite honestly. In Grand Theft Auto 5, you pay 100 US dollars to get this. Hi, Night Wolf. I'm doing good. You pay $100 for $8 million, which doesn't buy anything now. $100 of real U.S. currency buys you $8 million, doesn't do anything. Back when GTA first started, you could buy a $1 million adder and have the best car in the game, and then you buy another 200,000 or to $1 million apartment or something like that. I don't remember what the highest price. I think it was 500,000. You'd have the best apartment, one of the best cars in the game, for that cheap. So that was more understandable. But as we're getting into the nightclub DLC, the initial cost of this thing, if you add all these upgrades, it's $8 million. Or no, not 8 million, 5 million. My bad, $5 million. It's not buying any of the cars. It's not buying the bus. It's not buying anything that came with it. That's just buying that and all the upgrades. Then, once you do buy that, there's people I heard spent, I know on the Gunrunners DLC, went straight and spent $50 million. $50 million. If you add that all up, that's what, 8, 16, 32. Right there's $400 in real life currency for 32 million. Then you add another, that's 48. So add a five, or no, that's 600 real life dollars, and you're still $2 million short of buying everything. So then you would go and buy probably the 200 grand, or the 200 grand, or you would, for, I don't know, maybe another, I don't know how much that one is. Probably $10, $20. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But it has become a little bit of a grind in video games. And GTA 5 is the one in particular, but going in Battlefield 1, 2 is you're grinding to get the next weapon. And I know that's the enjoyment in it. But while you're grinding, they're still releasing DLC after DLC after DLC after DLC. And now you can't just go to PS3, get a mod account, then get back on PS4, say, and buy everything you want. It's just not possible anymore. You, if for PC, they can still get modded. They can get everything they want. But Rockstar focuses so heavily on that one that they're constantly banning accounts left, right, and center for the PC version because there's modded money, or they're taking it all away. I know there was, not too long ago, they took every bit amount of money and ended up giving them it all back and giving a little bit of an extra. But it's still, you don't give barely nothing. They give you, I don't know how much they gave, probably 200 grand, something like that. It was not much, considering how much stuff costs now. And they don't improve it. The $8 million thing, like I was saying, it works good back in the day. But now they need to upgrade it where you get maybe, I'm not asking for much, but maybe 16 million. Double it for every one of them. Because you're not getting nothing out of $100. And like I said, back in the Gunrunning DLC, because I know how much that one cost, that was $50 million, or maybe even more. you were spending. I know I spent $105 million on the import export DLC. 105 million. I'm not gonna do the math, but that's well over hundreds of dollars, or probably even close to $2,000, and probably beyond. That's ridiculous. It really is starting to. And the people who grind like I had to, especially on a PS4 and Xbox One, that was just you had to grind for it. And the PlayStation 3, if you go and play Grand Theft Auto 5, you don't get none of these DLCs. Do I believe they could add quite a few more DLCs? Yes, I do. And it might not be, the PlayStation 3 might not be powerful enough to be able to hold these newer ones, maybe, but maybe up to the import export one. That one, I think it could hold, because you have that import export type thing going on in the PS3 with the Simeon things. And it's not the same. I know it's not really comparable, because that one's got rocket cars and stuff, but it still could hold it. If they optimized it enough. And I don't know, it's just got me really mad. And I heard that the Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5 is going to be a lot different and smooth it out quite a bit, or I don't know. They were talking about something it was not going to have, or you were going to, that's what it was, you were going to know what you were going to buy. And I like that. I actually do. But if you go to any other game, you're not going to get that. I don't know. It makes me mad going and looking at this and being like, that's the age we live in now of video games. You remember back in Modern Warfare 2, you could just hop on, play, no zombies, but you had a special, I think it was called Special Ops mode or something like that. Remember that? You remember the hilarious or even times you could have? But now we're spending, and Modern Warfare 2 costs you $6, you got everything. Now you're spending more than $1,000 for a DLC. And I know you get this free DLC, but if you want to buy everything on like a PS4, you want to get everything, you don't have no money. And even if you do, maybe if you said you had maybe 25 million, right? Then you still have to have another 25 million, and that costs you hundreds of dollars. So if there's one thing I could get out to you guys or any developers or anything, is don't be blinded to this. Don't be blinded to this. This is not a friendly thing. When you're buying a DLC, it's not like, oh, it's for free. Oh, you have to get millions of dollars. And by the time you attained millions of dollars for that DLC, then, and when you spend it, then it's the same grind going back up. The same grind trying to get back to the top to buy the next DLC. And it just gets more and more expensive. And the missions that you do that are in GTA 5, like the race and all that, they're fun. They're a lot of fun. But they're just not as, they don't pay you anything. You get maybe $8,000 and for winning a race, and that's with maybe a couple more thousand if you had the times two and whatnot. But it's still nothing. Could you imagine spending 8 minutes every race to get $8,000 every day? By the end of that, I don't know how much exactly you'd have. You wouldn't have a lot. And by the time you buy a new car, doing all that, or you buy the new bunkers, the new nightclub, or anything like that, you're not going to have anything. I know I'm solely focusing on Battlefield 1 and Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm sorry. But those are the two games that just pop out really at me. And Battlefield 3 does too. I don't have the prices or anything right now. I don't have a PS4. Currently, I'm working to get one. But you just can't imagine. Like, can you imagine? I would rather have to pay for a DLC and get all the content and it not cost us so much like in GTA 5 and still be able to have things and unlock everything. A perfect example of that would be Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 4 or Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. Of course, you gotta unlock the skins and all that, and that costs money. But you still get the full access to it. In Grand Theft Auto 5, you get the free DLC, but you have to spend almost more than $1,000 if you're completely broke to get the DLC, everything in the DLC. And that's just it's starting to get old quick. Very quick. And just like you're going, and at first it was fine. Black Ops 1, couldn't be happier. You buy the season pass, you get all the DLCs, whatnot, there you go. But now it's starting to become ridiculous because you're buying I know Black Ops 4, you have to buy like the season pass, and you can't buy. That's what they're saying, anyways. It might change, but as this live stream is going, you can't. You have to buy the season pass before the game comes out, and you won't be able to buy the season pass after. So you're buying this $100 season pass to have content that you don't know if it's going to be there, if it's worth the season pass. Just let that sink into you for a minute. $100 for content that you don't know what's going to be. That's ridiculous. And I think video games are really just starting to get old with this whole DLC thing. And I wouldn't mind it maybe as much as if there was an easier way to maybe play and get things. Like the same things. So I don't know. That's just my perspective on it, as you will. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream or a video when it does come out. After I'm done talking, just don't be misled by this. And if you're planning on buying the season pass for Black Ops 4, go ahead. I'm sure that'll be good stuff. I don't know, but I'm sure they wouldn't screw us over like that. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. I'm sorry if you didn't like it. If you watched all the way through, comment hashtag, what should it be? Hashtag awesome. That's what you put in the description. Or if you're watching this live, hashtag I'm awesome live. That's for you guys. That's saying I'm awesome live. But thank you guys. You are awesome. Just don't fall into this trap. Don't. I just want you guys to see where this is sort of this train is heading and where it's already been. Where the train stations have already been. And where it's slowly starting to head with Call of Duty 4. And Battlefield I think is starting to pull away from the station, and Call of Duty is starting to go backwards. Not backwards, but taking its own route. That's just. I hope you guys really understand what I'm trying to say, and I hope you see where this is heading. And I may have not given. You probably can find a video better than this about the same topic, maybe a little bit more detailed. But if you just want a little scratch or a little nimble of what's going on, then just I'm happy y'all chose me. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Bavard. Peace out.